Hi everybody, welcome back to Cooking by Ear with
Jim
and Dennis.
Today we're going to make Ghormeh Sabzi, which is a Persian stew.
Yes, it is one of the two main Persian stews that we like to eat when we go to the Caspian Bistro over in Minneapolis, over by the U of M.
Right, on University Avenue, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, we thought, why not? So I went to the Caspian. They also have an amazing little grocery store and spoke with one of the people there who's been just so helpful to us. And he suggested, against my wishes initially, that we get the Sabzi Ghormeh prepared packet. And this is leek, parsley, cilantro, spinach, and fenugreek. And we were going to cut all this up. And he said, no. Everybody in Iran uses this. We looked at the recipe itself and they said, why not? So we're going to do this, but otherwise, this is all done from our heart and our hands.
And to inspire us, Jim has already been chopping onions and scallions. To inspire us, we have been listening to the music of Gugush. Thank you, Ali and Larissa. So let's see, what did we do the last couple of days? In our dehydrator, we dehydrated 5 limes. Check this out. This is actually kind of cool.
Yeah, very neat. The kitchen smelled great for a while.
Oh my goodness, yes, it's amazing. So because you throw dried limes in this stew, but sort of like bay leaves, you don't really eat them. They just sort of stay in there for flavoring, and then you sort of pick around them.
I'll also say this, in case it all goes south,
Right.
the people at the Caspian have given us these sadaf, and I hope I'm saying that right, dried lime seedless pulp flakes. So if we find that we're having some difficulty or that we're not getting it to taste, we're going to throw some of this into possibly.
So, right. Now, Jim, do you know what Sabzi means?
Yes, Sabzi means green. Well, we've been doing our Urdu a day, and I realize that Farsi and Urdu are not the same language. However, having spoken with my friends in Pakistan and my friends up here at the Caspian, they said there's a lot of overlap and there's a lot of mutual understanding. So I do want to say hello to everybody that I know in Pakistan, particularly to Qasim Oves, who is a wonderful friend and a big help to me. Also Syed and Javed at the Fulbright House in Islamabad, who cooked me the most amazing dinners. I'm so glad I met them, and I'm glad they're not here because they might eat this and in their graciousness would say, oh, it is wonderful, when in fact, it might not be.
We don't know.
I don't know.
We also bought about 1,000 pounds of rice, so we're going to make some rice to go with the Ghormeh Sabzi.
Yeah. Anyway, so why don't we get started? Thank you for joining us.
And we'll see you over at the stove.
Yeah, Hoda Hafez.
What?
I'm trying to say Hoda Hafez. Isn't that? Yeah.
What does that mean?
Isn't that hello in Persian, in Farsi? God.
So what are you doing, Jim?
Well, what I'm doing is I am sauteing the Ghormeh Sabzi package, but we also, again, at the recommendation of our friends at the Caspian restaurant on, is it 24th and
27?
University? Anyway,
Somewhere up there.
across from the former Days Inn, he said to add a packet of spinach to give it some heft. And so we're a little concerned that this might be bigger than we anticipated, but that's okay.
It is reducing.
It is reducing.
It smells amazing.
Yeah, it smells incredible. Wow.
Wow, that reduced really nicely. That's amazing, and it smells amazing. Jim, what are you doing now?
Right now I am going to be sauteing the onions until they become translucent, and then, we're going to add the Beyond Steak, the fake meat, in order to maintain our vegetarianism here. And then we will put it all together with 4
cups of water?
4 cups of water. That's
Kidney
like a lot.
beans, dried limes,
And then
simmer it for
90 minutes.
Ooh.
Look at that. By the way, thank you, Kelly Raftery, for the bowl, the mousse bowl that the Sabzi is in right now. And also, Mary Beth, thank you so much for these aprons. Long time. I want to thank Lori Miller and Melinda Hughes for our measuring implements. And anybody else we want to thank here?
I think we're doing okay. I want to particularly thank Kelly because she gave us that bowl when I was laid up with my hip surgery. So thank you for that. I put popcorn in it and ate a lot of it. Okay, so we have got the onions going, and now we've thrown in this Beyond Steak plant-based seared tips with some mushrooms.
I will say this, we added the mushrooms
For volume.
for volume. This was not recommended. We were supposed to use black-eyed peas, but
Oh, we were?
yeah, I didn't tell you that because I kept it as a secret. And now, Dennis here is going to add some turmeric to taste. And then also,
Black pepper. Also to taste, which we'll never know if we've got it right. Sea salt.
that's good. I told a friend today that we were making this, and he said, "Oh, you mean something that is passed down generation upon generation by Persian mothers?" And I said, "No, we're just going to try it,
Yeah.
kind of out of the blue."
Yeah.
So
That feels right.
it's just sort of the way things go around here. But that looks interesting and smells good.
And I will also say, we're not entirely sure everything's going to fit in this wok. It's also a very authentic Persian wok. And we'll just have to see if we end up having to separate it into two things. Technical term, things.
Let's look at some of the things that we've gotten around this house lately. These are two Tupperware glass things. I guess they're not Tupperware if they're
Those are
glass,
Martha's,
but they're Martha Petties. That's the small pickling jar toaster. This is the basil lemonade syrup that Dennis made. Here's the pressure cooker in which we will make a little bit of this enormous bag of basmati rice, and that, of course, is the coffee maker. This is less interesting than I thought it would be. Anything else you want to add?
Not for now.
Okay.
Looks like we've decided to split it into two, which is probably smart. And
So we've added the dried limes that Dennis made over the course of the past 48 hours. We've added the kidney beans. We added a little bit more canola oil and some salt and pepper.
hot water.
Hot water, that's true.
And now we are bringing it to a boil, and it will simmer for 90 minutes. And at the end of it, it'll be
Korma sabzi.
Well, Jim, I've come upon you in the garden. What's going on?
Well, I thought that while our korma sabzi was simmering, I thought I'd just come out and water the lawn. But why don't we just give a little tour? So you do that okay?
Yes, you said water the lawn, but you meant water the plants.
Water the plants. Yeah, you know. Anyway,
Where shall we start this tour?
let's start here. This is my part of the yard, which is called the Punjab. And it's called that only because I have a series of terracotta pots where I've been keeping all of my plants all summer. They only have about 2 more weeks left before they will be mulched into the
But look how
compost.
beautiful
Yeah,
they are.
turned
Oh
out
my
well.
God.
And here's our bifurcated window box. Over here we have nothing, and here we have marigolds that just went nuts. Don't know why.
It is true, but look at the Punjab. How
Yeah,
beautiful.
Turned out well. You know what? I also want to say hello to my students at Santa Monica College, because when I started teaching there in 1985, there was a huge Iranian diaspora there, and I had a next door neighbor who was actually in my English class, Hala Hijazi. I have no idea where you are, Hala, but I hope you're doing well. And then there were the twins, Fereshte and Firuze, who were incredible. And then I want to say I had a Moshkan as well. And Daryush, I have no idea where any of you are, but you made my teaching experience wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So anyway, I thought I'd add that. So we go over here?
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
So we're going to pass by the compost pillar.
yeah, this is the compost pillar. Over here, we have the Chandigarh part
But
of
look,
the...
I'm going to pan up here.
Check this thing out.
I mean, what the heck is it?
We all know-
It like has grown into the crabapple tree.
Right, right. And you can see we're getting some
Unbelievable.
fruit on our crabapple tree. You know, this is Chandigarh, which is a planned city in India. And then we'll go over this way. I'll try not to get you wet.
I will point out that here are the roses that are the previous owner left for us, and here it is practically October and the roses are flowering again. Who would have believed it? And then here is a plum tree That was also left for us. And what do we have over here?
This is called Cox's Bazaar for my friends in Bangladesh. I want to say hello to the people at the Asian University for Women, particularly Faiza. Congratulations, Faiza. You just graduated and now you're going to get into a master's program. How about that? And the idea here was I was going to have these grasses up on top, and then I had a kind of a lamb's ear, but the rabbits had a field day
Oh my
with the
goodness,
lamb's
yeah,
ear.
they did.
And then if we move over here, I'll let you describe this, Dennis, because this is your area.
Well, so here's our herbs, and they are, I have to say, the basil is getting leggy and finished up for the season. But at the moment in the kitchen, I'm making basil lemonade with fresh basil that I just pulled off of these herbs.
How about that?
There's also lemon balm and some mint. Lemon balm's about it for like still doing well.
So, over here, we have... You want to do this? Because this is by far the most
Well,
impressive thing.
I'll do that last. I'll go up on the deck and show. What do we have here?
This is my papyrus garden, which I call the Wagah border, which is everybody knows is between Pakistan and India. I just named these areas of the yard because I miss those places very much and got pretentious, and I thought, why not?
I love it. And then while you're watering over, I'm going to come up top here, and well, these are some plants that I'm letting die. This is the succulent garden right here. Jim likes succulents. They almost all survived. That one did not, but everyone else did quite well. And these are on their last legs as well. But look over here, this planter is full of tomatoes. Well, I learned that 9 tomato plants is too many for a planter this size. Next year, 2 or 3. But, you know, while most of them are done for the year, you can see there are still a ton of tomatoes being produced, even though it is very late in the season. And there's all kinds of tomatoes here. I don't even know what they all are, but I think I kept the little stakes. So look at that, enjoy the tomatoes. Well, thanks everybody for taking the garden tour.
Yeah, we normally don't garden in our aprons, but
It's just that kind of day.
multitask. Welcome to our meal. So we have the gorma sabzi, we have the basmati rice, we have the apricots, some people say apricot, we have the green raisins, and we have the dates that have pits. And then Lisa brought a derby bread.
Well, I just call it derby bread because it looks like a derby hat.
Yeah, which we are very, very excited to taste. And we have with us Janae Faulkner, and my Bluetooth in the car calls you Gunch.
Oh, great.
Yes, but
Great.
Janae, and everyone, we of course know Janae from our storytelling.
Yes,
and other
that's
areas.
right.
And we have Lisa Helke, also a storyteller, who is also a food philosopher. And if you want to say anything more about that, you can. But before we do that, would you mind tasting the gorma sabzi? And then
Does Janae know she's in front of the Persian artwork?
Oh, I did not know that.
There you are.
Wow.
And then if you would just be honest.
Yes.
Yeah, totally
Sure.
honest.
Before we do that, could I ask, are green raisins different from golden raisins?
They seem to be, but that's just an impression.
And then when you said pits before, I thought you were talking about the raisins, which I thought was odd.
No,
Because they're so small, and I don't want to
They're a
choke.
little tiny. Yeah.
Okay, so do I do them together?
I would if I were
Okay,
you.
okay, all right. Hello, Eisenhower. I can say I've never eaten anything with this flavor before. It's very tangy, which is nice. I assume that's from the dried limes.
Probably.
I taste some parsley, which is real nice. But there's a flavor in here I've never had.
Is
I
it?
don't know what
It's
we
the
call it.
fenugreek, yeah.
Say it again.
Fenugreek.
Greek?
Fenugreek.
Greek. Fenugreek.
Fenugreek.
Fenugreek. Yeah, it's delicious.
Do you
It's
like
very
it?
different.
All right. There's
Yeah.
no pressure because you.
This is my dinner tonight, though, so it's
Lisa, would you be willing to
I
try?
would so be willing.
Okay.
Now, one of the things about tasting, says the philosopher of food, is that now I'm primed, which some people think means, oh, it's not objective anymore, but I actually disagree with that theory. So I'm kind of excited to see if I can pick up the notes that you pick up. I'm not very, I don't have a very sensitive palate, so I'm kind of excited to see what I pick up. Also, I'm a little nervous.
on the edge. food philosopher does it. I just like.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really struggling to think of words. I'm not very sensitive of palate. I can definitely get the sourness. And yes, I wouldn't have come up with parsley though, Janae, I have to be honest. I know what fenugreek is, and I'm not getting that. So that's
Oh, interesting.
So maybe the flavor I'm picking up isn't fenugreek, it's something else.
Could be there's cilantro in it.
I love cilantro. I recognize cilantro.
The texture of the mushrooms is quite appealing, satisfying. That's the word I'm looking
I
for.
didn't even know there were mushrooms in it.
There are. Do you like mushrooms?
You know how often, if you're a vegetarian, as I mostly am, you kind of every once in a while just think, couldn't I choose something? And these mushrooms really fill that
Oh, good.
desire.
Nice.
Yes.
Good.
And it's lovely. It's really lovely. It's really complicated. You know,
Yeah.
there are so many things going on in it.
Nice. Jim, would you like to see? Now, Jim, of course, has had this at the Caspian many, many times.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
I love this stuff. So
We will find out if it's at all.
And what
like-
do you love about it before you put a bite in your mouth?
I like the fact that it is kind of bitter. There's a bitterness to it, and that it is unusual. I know the first time I had it, it was like when the first time I had dark chocolate. I thought, oh no, and
You kept eating a food you didn't like.
exactly. And now I have milk chocolate, and I think, oh my god.
Why would I ever?
Yeah, I'm a sophisticate and a cosmopolite. Why am I eating milk chocolate, for God's sake? Anyway, you ready? Here we go.
Okay.
That was too quick. Here, I'll do it again.
And you've never made it before.
You've never made it before.
Frequent consumer, first time maker.
Ooh, that's well said. Well said.
I think we did it.
You think we did it? It smells to me. It smells like we
It
did it.
smells fantastic.
Yeah, it tastes like the gourmet Sabzi. I don't want to say it's as good as the stuff at the Caspian because I love that place.
Right.
But I think if I were blindfolded, I'd say this is almost as good as the stuff at the Caspian.
Wow.
Wow.
You want to try it here?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I think we got it.
Theirs is. I think ours is a little bit more bitter. Maybe too many limes. Maybe, but
It doesn't seem bitter.
it's delicious to me.
Good.
Well done.
Yay.
Congratulations, Jim. Would you like to say a few words here at the end?
Well, actually, I'm going to show everybody
Oh.
first. So, thank you, Dennis.
That's me.
Yeah, hi. Janae, thank you so much.
Lisa.
There we go. Thank you so much. Yay.
And
So, thank you, everybody. I want to say that it's very nice to be here with our Khubsurat Dost.
our beautiful friends.
Our beautiful friends. And I don't know if Dost also applies to everybody or if it's just male or just female.
We're not rigid.
Yeah. I think we're kind of beyond all that now. Anyway, thank you. Yay.